Hi, y'all. This is Willis Life, and today I'm going to talk about the ban of TikTok. So, some of y'all don't know, if you some of you don't know, TikTok is a Chinese social media app, and there's a bill in the States that they're going to plan to ban TikTok. And for me, I don't care because I don't use TikTok, but it's apparently it's a like apparently there's like controversy that TikTok, that like the Chinese spy on you and everything when you're whatever you're doing. There's like lots of videos and all those things, and yeah. So right now I'm just reading an article that says why has the U.S. passed a bill to ban TikTok and what's next. It says here the U.S. moved a step closer to banning TikTok after House of Representatives passed a bill on Wednesday calling for the app's Chinese developer ByteDance to divest from the company or be booted out of the U.S. app. The Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversely Controlled Applications Act passed with overwhelming bipartisan support, receiving 352 votes in favor and only 65 against. So a vast majority of people are agreed to ban like TikTok. I don't know, like I know it's like I know TikTok is like good. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I know it's a good, like sometimes it can be a good investment. But up here in Canada, if they ban it in the States, it's most likely going to be banned in Canada soon. So there's like some controversies about that. Yeah, and it says here that many House legislators have argued that the app could allow the Chinese government to access user data and influence Americans through the widely popular social media platforms' addictive algorithm. The White House has backed the bill, with President Joe Biden saying he would sign it if it passes Congress. Legislators in the White House, however, are at odds with many of TikTok's 170 million U.S. users, representing roughly half the century, as well as civil liberties and digital rights groups who say a ban would infringe on freedom of speech. So yeah, there's like some mixed reviews about TikTok. I don't know. I just think to be honest, I just think TikTok's overrated. I've never been interested in it. I know it's a Chinese app, yeah. There's like theories that the Chinese government watches you over that app. It's it's pretty accurate. Like, I'm not sure what else more to say because it's not something I would be interested in it. But yeah, my name is William for Willis Life. Thank you for watching this video, and check this news out right now. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button today. Peace.
U.S. House of Representatives has passed a bill that would ban TikTok in the U.S. unless its Chinese parent company sells the social media platform. KTLA's Trevor Shirley live in Washington with the latest for us. Trevor, good morning.
Frank, good morning to you as well. This vote just coming down in the House within the past hour or so. It was an overwhelmingly bipartisan vote. The final vote count coming in at 352 to 65. And because there was so much buy-in from both sides of the aisle, it could certainly influence how the Senate votes whenever this bill gets over to that side of Congress. The legislation comes amid growing concern over the Chinese government's ability to access data collected by TikTok.
This is a serious issue. We didn't come to it lightly.
Last week, a House committee unanimously passed the legislation that could potentially ban the social media app here in the U.S.
Algorithms, tracking people. It's dangerous for our young people, and we got to find a way to rein it in.
As it stands, the bill would force the Chinese company ByteDance to sell its ownership of TikTok or face a U.S. ban.
What we're dealing with here is very specific concerns about the structure of this company and its relationship with the Chinese government and the Chinese Communist Party.
The FBI and the FCC warned ByteDance could share TikTok user data with the Chinese Communist Party, something TikTok denies. But some lawmakers worry a ban could limit the rights of Americans.
Some of us are concerned that there are First Amendment implications here. Americans have the right to view information.
Supporters argue that's not the case.
Our bill is not an act of censorship. It is a safeguard for our citizens, a firewall against foreign adversary-controlled applications.
Others say Congress needs a more comprehensive approach to all social media, not just TikTok.
We can't just single out one. I don't think we fully appreciate the impact this is going to have.
Now, because we just saw such overwhelmingly bipartisan consensus on this legislation in the House, there's a really good sense now that senators will take a stronger look at this legislation and consider, because of that bipartisan support, whether or not that may influence how they end up voting on this. At this point, it's not clear when this legislation will make it over to the Senate for a vote or which way it could go over there either. That's the latest here in Washington. We'll send it back to you guys in LA.